Most people think relapse happens like this. A craving hits, a decision is made, and someone goes back to smoking. But that's not how it usually happens. In most cases, it's quiet, slow, almost invisible. People don't even realize it's happening until they're already back in the pattern. And once you see how it actually works, you'll start noticing it everywhere. The quiet slip explained. Relapse doesn't usually start with smoking. It starts with structure breakdown. Small things first, like skipping routines, letting gaps reappear, losing consistency. And at first, it doesn't feel like anything is wrong, because nothing dramatic happens. But the system is slowly weakening in the background. I didn't understand that until I started paying attention to my own patterns. How it happens in real life. Here's what it looked like for me in the early stages. I wouldn't suddenly crave cigarettes. Instead, I'd skip movement in the morning, delay structure, get a bit more scattered, stop being intentional with small routines. Like nothing obvious, but the ritual gaps started coming back. The same ones from earlier videos. And that's when I realized something important. You don't relapse at the moment of smoking. You relapse when structure disappears. Why small inconsistencies matter. This is the part most people underestimate. It's not the big slip that causes relapse. It's repeated small loosening of structure. Because habits don't collapse suddenly, they erode. And when enough erosion happens, your brain defaults to the strongest old system available, which is usually the one spent years, in my case 25 years, building. And that's why people think like it comes out of nowhere, when in reality, it was a slow drift. One skip routine becomes two becomes a week, and before you know it, old patterns creep back in. What I changed. So I stopped trying to be perfect. I focused on one thing, showing up the same way every day. Not intensity, not motivation, just repeatable daily anchors. Movement in the morning, small pauses between tasks, and a few things I use daily for energy, for focus, and for keeping me on track for my midlife rebuild. Look, you quit smoking now. The next logical step is to rebuild your health. I put a link in the description as a place for you to go as the first step. Like, go ahead, fill out the form, and I'll walk you through what's working for me. Here's what took me the longest to understand. Relapse isn't decision, it's drift. And drift happens when structure stops being maintained. Not when motivation disappears, not when cravings show up, but when consistency weakens enough for old patterns to resurface quietly. So I stopped focusing on the never slipping and started focusing on the never drifting too far. That's the shift from perfect to consistent. How I stay stable now. My focus is simple. Keep the structure alive, even on low-key days. Like not perfectly, just consistently enough that the old systems don't regain control. Because I already know what happens when it does, and I don't want to go back there. That's really the difference now. Not willpower, structured maintenance. Even if you fix the rituals, even if you handle stress, even if you rebuild identity, there's still one deeper thing underneath all of it. And most people never actually connect this part. Because it's not about smoking anymore. It's about how you rebuild your entire life after removing something that structured it for decades. That's what I'm breaking down in the next video of this series. Actually, the final video of this series. So you should definitely go check that out. And we'll wrap this playlist up. Hey, stay on your path, and we'll see you in the next one. The end.